W. Well, look at you back here at Planet W. Aren't you lucky? This is Jay.
And this is Dan.
And we have a good one for you. A lot of good things going on in the W, wrapping up all of the All-Star stuffs, getting ready for All-Star stuffs.
Oh, yeah.
All-Star voting is now closed officially, which leads us to the cold take question right away. Who did you vote for most for All-Stars? Who was on your ballot the most, more than anyone? Because we both changed it up, right?
Yeah. I think I did use a few people a little bit more than others. Probably like people I thought.
Yeah. Nafisa Collier for me was on there almost every day.
Yeah, Fee was on there a lot. But I think I used like Kayla Thornton.
Yeah. Kayla Thornton, somebody I voted for multiple times.
And I think I used Kayla Thornton and Kelsey Mitchell a lot because I think they don't get the attention they deserve, and I felt like I should make that clear.
Yeah, I think so too.
So
yeah, I mean,
there was a few people I did put on there quite a bit.
I did too, but voting's now closed, so it doesn't matter. We're just waiting for the tallies and waiting for the media and coaches and all that stuff to decide who's going to be the next All-Star. We're going to be talking a lot about the upcoming All-Stars. The lineup has been announced for Fever Fest Live, which is the inaugural Indianapolis, Indiana Fever sponsored concert/comedy show that they're going to host on All-Star Weekend. And the lineup is The Kid Leroy, Cedric the Entertainer, Leslie Jones, Ada Rodriguez, G-Eazy, Bia, hosted by Dion Cole. I think I'll be sitting out that one.
I will respectfully decline myself.
Yeah, I mean, I like Dion Cole. I like Leslie Jones. I honestly can't fucking stand Cedric the Entertainer, but I don't really know any of the other people. So I got a lot to do on All-Star Weekend, so thank you for making that decision. Very easy for me, Feverfest 2025, because I will not be going.
I appreciate that.
I'm sure it's going to be a great time, though. If you want to go, I'm sure it's going to be really good.
Yeah, if you enjoy any of those acts, I'm sure it'll be a very good time.
Yeah, especially the place they're putting on is the White River Lawn, I believe, which is a really good.
Yeah, it's a nice venue.
That's a really nice venue. Yeah. All right, so let's address the Dewanna Bonner situation. Something weird's going on.
Yeah.
We knew something weird was going on when we showed up to a Fever game and Dewanna Bonner's fucking banner wasn't up with the rest of the team anymore, and we were like, wait a second.
That kind of put it like in a different perspective for me afterwards, because I was like, I had just made like a post on Instagram, like prayers to DB and stuff like that, because we thought she was out with personal issues, right? So
yeah, and then you see that was gone.
Yeah, then you kind of knew like maybe there's something going on internally here.
Yeah, and then sure enough, they waived her, re-signed Ari McDonald for the rest of the season, and told DB to hit the old road. I still don't know what to make of it because there's no details. It's only speculation.
Yeah.
So like it's whatever side that you want to land on. It's either, well, let's wait and see what where the details are coming out, or she's a quitter, fuck her, she quit on her team. Which, like I feel like both sides are kind of fair.
Yeah.
To assume that right now.
I do too. It's until you get some kind of like concrete hey, this is what the situation is, like
I think there's personal stuff going on.
Yeah, from the horse's mouth. And I don't think I actually think that she's going to retire.
I think so too.
I think there was a lot of speculation about nobody, like they said, teams have been warned not to sign her or not to claim her off waivers because she'll only sign at Phoenix. But then you seen Phoenix made a couple cuts, right? But then immediately after making the cuts, they signed somebody.
Yeah.
So they have no roster space. Plus, they're on like a 6 or 7 game winning streak, I think.
Yeah.
And why would you want to mess up your team chemistry with bringing in somebody who is supposed starter, right?
Yeah. I just feel like it had to have been some personal stuff because leading up to that announcement, she was posting a lot of stuff with her kids.
Yeah, that you fairly ever see.
Yeah,
before, right?
you never see her do stuff like that. And then there were Fever players in her comments under those photos, like we're praying for you, we're sending you all the love. So I don't know if I buy this whole like, look, I don't want to play for the Fever. You're sitting me on the bench, so I'm out of here. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I buy into it. I mean, it is possible, but I just hope not. That would be so disappointing.
I mean,
if it turned out that I got benched, so I quit. Like, I would hate that. That would really disappoint me.
Yeah, I would be upset about that too. But I mean, it did say like there was some words about the fit wasn't correct.
Yeah,
things didn't work out properly. Like, okay.
Yeah, it's all a little bit weird. Now, Dawn Staley's been rumored to be in the running for the Knicks head coach.
Yeah,
that would be kind of crazy, right?
I don't see her leaving South Carolina. Like, that's like, she's kind of like cemented herself in everything basketball related about women's basketball in South Carolina.
Plus, she's making bank there.
Yeah.
I mean, she'd be making bank with the Knicks, too.
She would probably get more money with the Knicks, but
a lot more pressure.
But here's the other thing. Like, why would she want that added stress? And plus, she's a huge advocate for women's basketball, right?
Yeah.
So why?
Yeah.
Does it make sense? She doesn't need that much money. I mean, Louis Vuitton gives her clothes to wear at games. Like, come on. Like,
yeah.
It's definitely not a money thing with her.
It's really like, if she takes it, it's just going to be a prestige type of thing. Like, look, I am a former WNBA player as a head coach now. Like, that's a fucking flex.
I think that's the only reason she would ever take that, is like to say, hey, look at me and look what I could do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't see her taking it because there's no reason for her to.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for it. I have her book now. I haven't read it yet, but I'm looking forward to reading it.
Yeah, I've been wanting to grab that.
I bet it's
CP3s.
good. Yeah, I need to read. The problem is I'm like 3 books behind right now, so it's
Me
like I need to
too.
hurry up and fucking read one of them so I can read the other and then feel comfortable buying the next one.
Yeah.
So I need to make it through Maya Moore's book. You've been reading. I mean, you've been reading. You've been watching Eurobasket.
Yes, a lot.
Yeah, I've been catching some of it. They're in the finals now, right?
Yeah, it should be over. Belgium played Spain today. I know I seen that Spain was up like 4 at halftime, but I haven't went back to find the results yet.
Okay, so yeah, congratulations to whoever the hell won that one.
So I know Italy got the bronze. Right?
Okay.
So
now Belgium or Spain?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, unfortunately, we're probably not going to be recording to stick with you to the end of that one. But we are talking a lot about All-Star. And just to give a little bit of what's going on here, your current MVP betting favorites, most valuable player for the whole league, Nafisa Collier is number 1. Caitlin Clark is number 2. And Breanna Stewart is number 3. And that's your betting odds for MVP. I don't see Caitlin Clark.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Her being a favorite? No way.
Yeah.
There's no way. For like, that's kind of silly for betting odds.
Yeah. I mean, she hasn't had the greatest season.
Yeah, she hasn't had an
far.
MVP season. I'd say she might have had.
She has done memorable things, and she has been very effective when she's on the court. She's missed a lot of the year.
Yeah, she's
due to injuries.
Yeah, she's missed a few games. She's been pretty bad in a few games.
Yeah, I know the road trip they just came off of. She was awful.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but Fee definitely. Nafisa Collier is probably winning MVP this year.
Yeah, well, much deserved.
Yeah,
because she's got robbed of it a few times over the past couple of years.
Yeah, and here are your leaders in the WNBA for offensive efficiency. These numbers just came out. Alicia Gray, De'Erica Hamby, and Alyssa Thomas are leading the league in offensive efficiency. So look forward to seeing them All-Star Weekend as well.
Yeah, most definitely.
Here's my hot take question of the week. How about a boxing tournament for night 1 of the WNBA All-Stars? Just throw Sophie in there, Marina Mabry.
Yeah, and maybe some cage matches, some MMA type stuff or something.
Yeah, some kind of submission tournament. Yeah. I would like to see an actual like 1-on-1, 2-on-2 tournament, something like that, something fun. Like
I agree. they got to do something to spice up night one, right?
Yeah, night one right now is so lame. Like, night one is like, you want to go see the shoot around, or do you want to go to this concert with Cedric the Entertainer?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
You get the skills challenge and the 3-point contest, right? And
Yeah.
It's a very quick event, and I think even the NBA is struggling with their night one too.
Yeah.
As far as the entertainment value,
The dunk contest is losing its luster too, man. You got a kid in the G League that's dominating the fucking NBA dunk contest.
Yeah,
Get out of here.
I don't even know why you're allowing him to.
Yeah, Ja Morant, step it up.
Just because he's dunking. Yeah, I mean, where are the dudes that are known for dunking? Ja, Ant, Zion. You guys
get LeBron out there for one.
Come
finally,
on, man.
Come on, get him. I would like to see LeBron do a dunk contest in his final year.
Yeah, you got to go, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Lynx might win it all this year.
Yeah, they're actually really, really tough.
Yeah, they're like I thought it's gonna come down to New York and Minnesota, and you're gonna see New York back to back. But I don't know, man. Minnesota looks like they've improved since last year.
Yeah,
they're definitely the best team in the league right now. With New York and their like injury issues and
and just backsliding, and then the quality of play too right now. And then you got missing pieces in New York too, with Leone being overseas for the Euro commitment and stuff. But the thing about Minnesota, what I think is the team has been together so long.
Yeah,
like they haven't made any changes, right? For years.
Yeah, so they know how to play with each other. They know exactly where everyone's going to be on the court at all times.
Yeah, the chemistry is there. So Courtney Williams, I mean, just think of their core: Courtney Williams, Fee, Alana Smith, Bridget Carlton. All them people have been together. Kayla McBride. Yeah, they those that's the nucleus of that team. Like they have all been together for years.
Yeah.
So and yeah, it's pretty tough to compete with that because they know each other well. Every other team is pretty much mixed up right now.
It kills me to say it because I never root for the Minnesota Lynx to win a WNBA championship. That goes back to my old Tamika catching days as a fan. Yeah. I never. You won too much, all right? You fucking take your 400 rings that you have and just go be happy with them. Let us have more than just one.
Yeah, you had to hate them back in the early Fever days, but now you got to love them because they're so fun.
They really are good. I mean, Nafisa Collier is fucking great. I don't know how you can't watch her and immediately identify the best player in the league.
Yeah, she's absolutely the best player in the game.
Yeah. I did have a UPS guy go like, "Hey man, you're a big Fever fan," like the UPS dude that I deal with all the time. He was like, I've been watching a lot of games. Like, I don't want to start a fight or anything, but Caitlin Clark's not the best player in the WNBA, right? And I'm like, nah, dude, Nafisa Collier is.
Not at all.
She's a great guard, but I don't necessarily see anybody who's a guard ever being the best player in the WNBA.
Yeah.
I don't. It's always going to be a big girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
she's in the top. She's in the conversation.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? But at the end of the day, let's talk about that in 2 or 3 years when she's grown into the game more.
Yeah.
Right now, you see people who are in year 4, 5, 6, 7 that they're thriving.
Yeah,
now,
they're taking those leaps. So we're going into personal foul segment here. I don't have a whole lot else to talk about as far as All-Stars and WNBA goes. We got the, Atlanta game playing in the background right now.
Yeah, Atlanta, New York. Atlanta is mopping New York.
Yeah, just crushing them. We always like to have a game playing when we're recording these on a Sunday. It's always a lot of fun. But personal foul, I have pretty much quit every WNBA-related Facebook group except for ours.
Yeah.
Our Planet WNBA, a Planet W Facebook group. You can come and talk W with me there because I can't fucking do it. I really can't. I know I talked about it last week where it was just like, dude, it's just the toxicity. It's always somebody talking shit about Angel Reese. It's always somebody talking shit about Caitlin Clark. It's always somebody praising Angel Reese. It's always somebody praising Caitlin Clark. It's like, let's talk about the fucking WNBA, please.
Yeah.
I'm really tired of this.
So I've there's a younger kid that I work with, and I'm like, that's what I said to him too, and he was like, he showed me like how you can like trying to manipulate your algorithm, where you see you like click on the post and you could put like see less of this,
Yeah.
so and highlight keywords.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like I kind of manipulate the algorithm, but yeah, I've left quite a few of those rooms.
Yeah, I can't do it. Those groups, like it's always like a fun way to like promote our podcast, find new listeners, find engaging, topics of discussion with people. But just lately, it has just been, you white people are jealous of Angel Reese, and it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what is this?
Yeah, and I like them before because you get other people's perspective and see what they think about what's going on in the game, but you can't see anything other than that.
Yeah, it's all just hate.
Yeah.
Or hate baiting.
Yeah, you can't get to any fandom in it now. All you get to see is something people are posting for clicks.
Yeah, it really is just all engagement farming. Like, let's post something that might possibly be misconstrued as racist, so people can like fight me about it. It's really dumb. So I just decided to just be completely done with it. One thing that I think is pretty funny that happened at the we went to the Fever versus Los Angeles Sparks game on Thursday of last week. And in an ironic twist of our last week's episode where we made fun of Nick the Vulture, Kelsey Plum stopped and signed autographs. Didn't call us weirdos.
Yeah.
Didn't tell us to get the fuck out of our faces. Didn't say, hey, don't come to my fucking hotel, you fucking weirdo, and I hate men.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty fun development there. And I also think it's hilarious that Nick the Vulture now has a New York Times article written about him.
Oh yeah, super hilarious.
And like we torched this guy, but like New York Times wrote an article basically about him and all of his like what he did with Kelsey Plum, creeping her out, waiting outside of her hotel room.
Yeah. And
they scathed him pretty bad in that article too. I still feel like they were pretty fair. Journalistically, I feel like they were pretty fair. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, they basically talked about how athletes don't like it. People think it's creepy. It divides fandom too. Nick thinks that it's okay because Kelsey Plum is older than him, so he's allowed to follow her around.
Yeah.
I guess that considers it not stalking. But the one thing that I can't help but like, and I don't really want to talk too much about the guy anymore because we torched his ass last week for a good 15 minutes.
Yeah, he doesn't deserve it anymore.
But since that episode came out, he has made like 3 or 4 fake Instagram profiles and keeps messaging the show's Instagram page. And it's just like, to me, it's kind of funny because I would just like, they'd make a shitty comment, like calling us creepy and weird, which is, or just basically parroting all the same shit that somebody's really bad at talking shit when what they want to say to you is just the same thing that you said to them. Yeah. Oh, I'm creepy. What about blah, blah, blah. When they start going into what about isms, you've won. They're not good at talking shit. But so like these fake female profiles with like 2 posts, like were like messaging me, calling me weird and making fun of me because I once said on this show that I noticed that my hair's thinning, and I had to point out to the person that I said on this show that my hair is thinning and the only thing that bothers me about it is that I notice it. Otherwise, I wouldn't give a fuck. And that person tried to use that as a way to hurt my feelings.
Yeah, because if you ever gave a fuck about what somebody else thought about you, that would be awful.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
like you're one of those people who really doesn't give a fuck about what people.
I wouldn't do this show.
Yeah, for real.
I wouldn't do podcasting if I gave a fuck about what somebody might think about my hairline.
Yeah.
Weirdo Nick.
Come on.
But like, I find it really weird. I think that he particularly was like a big fan of this show and like got really hurt when he heard us making fun of him.
Yeah, and that makes it the whole situation kind of suck, right? Because I understand part of it, right? I understand, she's a celebrity. Yeah, that comes with the territory. Yeah, but it's just the manner.
Yeah, the manner in which you did it was weird.
In which you went about it, right? I mean, a person's in there like going to their safe haven where they're on their trip traveling. It is kind of weird.
And we've gotten a decent amount of feedback from that episode that wasn't just Nick in like fake profiles. Like a bunch of people saying, agreeing with us. Nick's creepy. This guy's fucking weird. People reaching out to us that have had interactions with him too and have kicked him out of Facebook groups.
Yep.
So it's kind of strange. And I don't know. The only thing that I have to say in like with wrapping up this whole autograph vulture conversation is it seems like the defense is, across the board, the people that want to argue against us saying, to side with him, I guess. It seems like the only argument is they're athletes and they're out in public. And our perspective is that's still not okay. Just because it's legal doesn't mean it's okay.
Right.
Like, it's fucking weird, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I know Nick's home address from somebody who's done dealings with him in one of these Facebook groups before. They sent me his home address. Is it acceptable for me to show up at his home and whoop his ass? No, the fuck it's not.
No.
It's not cool at all. And so, that's all I have to say. And also, if you're going to just blindly talk shit to somebody on the internet, like when you accuse them of things right out of left field, you're kind of telling on yourself.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Like if you want to for a specific example, just start randomly telling a 40-year-old man he probably has daddy issues. Chances are, Nick, you haven't had a hug from your dad in a long time, have you? Somebody's doing some projecting.
Sucks, my man.
Because why the fuck would you even bring that up out of nowhere? You must have daddy issues. What? What the fuck would even make you think that? First of all, I'm 40.
Yeah.
I saw my dad yesterday. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You fucking weirdo. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a good time. All-Star Weekend coming up. We have 3 weeks.
Yeah, man,
before we
got
start,
a busy July.
We have a very busy July working for us.
Crazy.
We have that Vegas game on Thursday. We have LA that Saturday. So that's our next 2 live games coming up.
Yeah.
And then we got to figure out how to record in there at some point. We got a live show in the works for All-Star Weekend.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to that.
Man, I would hope that locks in soon.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it locks in soon, but we are in negotiations with a yet-to-be-named sports card and hobby shop. We will be doing an All-Star Weekend type of thing. Maybe do it. I don't know. We could do something mainly focused on cards and stuff. Let's try to get that dude some sales and shit. If we're going to do a fucking live thing, who's buying a fucking pack and ripping with us right now?
Yeah.
Go give that motherfucker some money and rip a pack. We can do that.
Yeah, I think it kind of integrates both sides of like the collector as in hobbyist and the fan too. Like, so you get it along with the entertainment. So maybe we'll do something where we can be live, where people are doing the hobby thing, and then they can come sit in and talk to the people who listen also and give their thoughts.
And depending on how it works out, there's some players that are not really taking part in a whole lot of All-Star Weekend festivities that are also going to be in town. I think I know somebody that I might be able to get to come with us.
Yeah,
maybe.
It'd be nice if we could get somebody to jump in and engage.
But yeah, I think it might be cool. I'm working on something. I'm working on something for All-Star Weekend. At the very least, I'm going to have this person maybe do some man on the street, or that in this case, woman on the street type of stuff with us.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to All-Star Weekend. How's the New York Liberty doing over there? I can't see the score at the bottom.
They're down 11.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's ugly.
Oh, God. I can see the game, but I can't see the very bottom of the screen
it's
from where I'm
ugly.
sitting. Yeah. They need JJ back,
They're
man.
missing JJ and Leone. It's
yeah. I don't know.
Sabrina's kind of in her little shooting slump too.
Maybe they'll come back for a nice run after everybody gets healthy and back from Eurobasket.
Yeah.
I can hope. At least we can hope. Otherwise, we're seeing a Minnesota Lynx championship this year. Also, we got the Fever and the Lynx in the Commissioner's Cup this week.
Yeah, that's
so just a few days away.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to that, and we'll be back with those updates on the winner in the next episode. But aside from that, I don't think I really have a whole lot else to talk about.
And they're playing in Minnesota. Like, that bothers me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they do that though, where I thought that they played on a neutral site,
I thought so too.
but I think that they play on whatever team has the best records court.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate.
Which rightfully so, right?
Yeah, I understand that. You got to kind of climb uphill a little bit if they're that good. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything else to talk about. You guys can send us an email if you would like, planetwnba@gmail.com. I did get a little bit of feedback from last week's episode from one of my friends that likes to bust my balls and nitpick little things that we say, to basically say, how is calling another man a pussy an insult? I've never understood that about you straight men. And I'm like, first of all, I don't think that it's calling somebody a pussy as in vagina. I've never looked at it as, like, when you call somebody a pussy, I don't think that you call them a vagina.
Yeah.
It's a pussy cat, right? Like,
Yeah.
like you're
like
afraid,
you're
like
soft
like
and,
yeah, like you know how you go to pet a cat and it runs away,
yeah,
like
timid.
I always felt like that's the proper phrase, like when you say somebody's a pussy. But yeah, I wouldn't call a man a vagina as an insult. I love vaginas.
Me too.
Hell no. But yeah, no, that's not the proper way to use it. I mean, that's how I've always thought it. I've never thought somebody was calling somebody a vagina when they called him a pussy.
Yeah.
I thought they were calling him, like Frady cat. But, since it's, because I think that's where it came from, right? You call him like, you scaredy cat. And then at some point somebody was like pussy, because get it, pussy cat.
Yeah.
And it also is a bad word, but you could always, have that plausible deniability and no, I said cat.
We always end up with weird slang.
Yeah, very weird slang.
Things that stick.
Yeah. Like, cock of the walk used to be fucking that was a rooster term, right? He's the cock of the walk. And then people just started calling that guy a dickhead.
Yeah. Remember, like, when we were younger, like, people would say that's the bomb.
Yeah.
It's like, if you said that now, like, you would probably get arrested.
I still say the bomb. I still say the bomb.com.
Yeah.
I need to go to the bomb.com, see where that goes.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could buy that domain.
Yeah, you might get, I mean, the FBI might show up to your house.
Yeah, they might. Dude, you can't use that phrase anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, get out of here. You can't say groovy. What is wrong with you? But yeah, that's going to be it for us. Like, review, subscribe, all of that stuff on your podcast platform. You can give us 5 stars if you're on Instagram, or not Instagram, if you're on Spotify. Click those little 3 buttons right there. It'll say rate, review. You can just give us 5 stars real quick.
You can do that.
You can go on Apple Music and say awesome in the comments as a review. I don't really care. Just whatever you want to do to spread love, and you could tell your friends. Go tell your mother.
Yeah.
Text your mother about this show right now.
Put an emoji.
Yeah.
Tell your mom, tell your dad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell your sister, brother.
Yell
cousin.
out of a car window at somebody standing on the sidewalk, listen to Planet W, you fuck.
Yeah.
Anything that you can do to help the show, I appreciate it. Planet WNBA, a Planet W fan group on Facebook. It's the only place I'm talking WNBA anymore.
Yes, sir.
So find us on there. And Dan is Feverville317 on TikTok.
Yes.
Our TikTok's gotten pretty big, right?
Yeah, it is actually slapping. We have reached 1 million views this week on there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We have over 1 million views now. So
yeah, it's kind of weird how much people like that. I am not a video guy. I am not a pictures guy.
I mean, I was just in awe, and like every time I open it and show you too, I'm like, I can't keep up with it.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. That is definitely the biggest platform, and now I just got to figure out how to work it and use it and make it accessible and make sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how yet.
That's my problem with a lot of social media is I open it up and I look at it and go, oh my God. I don't think I've ever gone live on Instagram before, ever, or posted a story. I don't like fucking with it. I have way too much stuff that I want to do in my time, like researching for episodes of Wrestling with Criminals, which is my other podcast that you can listen to on all podcast platforms. We just did our Pride Month celebration episode with Jake Atlas, an openly gay wrestler who was given the short end of the stick. and then arrested for beating. Well, yeah, I guess kind of literally.
He got the short end.
Because he was arrested for beating up his boyfriend and saying that he can't fuck for shit. Like, man, you're fucking terrible in bed. I'm kicking your ass. So that's a pretty sad story, actually. But we will see you next week. I think that I should just blast off, right? We'll just be blasting off until next week. We will see you soon.
Peace.